main thing that I believe most people experience when it comes to money, when it comes to making money, generating money, when it comes to creating abundance in your life. And those three things are things that I personally experienced in the past regarding to money. I used to have a lot of fear about not having enough, about not being able to, about not being able to sustain yourself, or when you lose money, or when you don't have, clients and customers and things like that. It used to create and generate a lot of anxiety in me, a lot of fear in me, a lot of pressure. And it is not a good place to be, because it only creates more of that experience. So with a lot of effort, a lot of self-awareness and time, I was able to shift that mindset. And I am still shifting it in so many regards, but I identified it's actually simpler than it looks, okay? Now, I'd like to talk first about what do I mean by scarcity mindset, okay? Well, just to make it simple, it's when you have those thoughts of, I don't have enough, when you're afraid of running out of money, when you think there is only a limited amount out there, when you think you need to work hard to pay your bill, when you feel like I can't afford this, I don't have enough, there's not enough money, you feel like there's never enough supplies for you, you feel unsafe. That is basically a scarcity mode, okay? And it doesn't only apply to money, it applies to many things, possession, giving, receiving. But to make it simpler, we'll focus on money tonight, because otherwise we'll just, hey Chaya, thanks for tuning in. Because otherwise we'll spend the whole night in circle, right? What do I mean by abundance mindset? Well, it's pretty much the opposite. It's when you know there is always opportunities out there, when you can generate your own economy, when you can generate passive cash flow, different amount of ways of creating money. You know that you don't need to compete or steal somebody's pie to make your pie bigger, okay? And you know that you are a creator, that you can generate money in many, many ways. Now, most people who are stuck in scarcity or lack mentality are stuck there not because there's not enough money to go around, or because of the economy, or because of rich people or greedy people, or because of COVID. Most people who are stuck in scarcity where they are is because of their own mindset and attitude. There is literally infinite amount of money out there. There is infinite amount of supply. I'm not crazy. I know you may say like, whoa, man. But think about it. They're printing money every fucking day. Every day, money is being printed. More and more and more. And they're printing not a little money, they're printing a lot of money. And now, with digital money, it is only a number on a computer, on a server somewhere. So there is literally infinite amount of money here generated that you could never spend, right? Because it's just so much, you could never spend it. There's so much money around. That is the first key you need to understand and wrap your mind around, is that, hey man, money is a tool, is something that we create, in something that we print, in a means somewhere. How amazing, okay? And when you understand that first thing, that there is so much money out there and there's more than enough for everybody, it starts to put things into perspective. Now, I identified, like I said, through my personal experience, 3 things that massively impacted me in the past and that I can still see many people stuck into. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be sharing those 3 things, and for each thing I will present what you can do about it, what I personally did and still do to create more abundance in my life, okay? The first thing you need to figure out is to ask yourself, look, what do I believe about money? Okay, we have so many beliefs about money, about rich people, about successful people, about what it needs, what it means. And most of those beliefs comes from our childhood, by seeing the relationship of our parents around money. There's so many families who the money talk is taboo, don't even talk about money, right? It's kind of taboo. There's no transparency around it. The simplest, quickest way to do that and to identify what you believe about money is to answer those sentences. I'm gonna give you a couple of examples. And I want you to think of the first thing that popped in your mind when I said that sentence. Okay? Don't think about it, don't rationalize it, don't make it pretty. Think of the first thing that popped in your mind when you hear that sentence. All right? Okay, here it is. Money is what? What's the first thing that popped in your mind when the sentence is money is the root of all evil? Money is bad, money is good, money is pretty, money is power. What is the first idea that comes? You'd be surprised how many people feel that, that old belief, money doesn't grow on tree, money is the root of all evil, money makes people unhappy, money makes people bad. If you have beliefs around, those kind of beliefs around money, it's pretty obvious why it's difficult for you to generate more money than you make right now. If you have a belief unconsciously that says money is bad, you're going to do whatever you can to avoid having too much of it because you don't want to become a bad person. Interesting. Yeah. The second sentence is, okay, rich people are, what's the first thing that popped in your mind? You can write it in a comment, that'll be very interesting. Rich people are what? Greedy, corrupt, amazing, generous, kind. What is the first thing? So many people, there is a thing in a global consciousness about how bad and greedy rich people are, how about we should tax them more and things like that. But realize that that's only just a perspective. There's so many amazing rich people who contribute in so many amazing ways by giving, by creating jobs, by creating opportunities. And yes, there is some rich people who are greedy and are abusing people. But there's both of it. And money has nothing to do with it. Because money is only a magnifier of who people are. If you give bad people money, they'll do more bad things. If you give generous people more money, they'll be more generous. It's only an amplifier. Because money is a tool, it's an energy. Here's the third one. To make money, I need to make money, I need to work hard, make sacrifices, have a good, long, paying job or whatever. Realize that it's not about working harder. It's not about having 5 jobs. It's not about longer hours. It's not about the hustle that you see on the internet and grind and, all that, pain mentality that we inflict, because it's about working smarter. It's about focused attention. It's about focused energy. You could be there's so many people who make more money that you do in a year, in a single day, by doing nothing, simply by cash flow. So there's an unlimited amount of ways that you could generate more revenue to different cash flow, to different ways. But if you have in your mind, money equal hard work, money equal long days of work, of hard work that I don't like. Can you see the contradiction there between creating more money in your mind? You set a goal, I want to improve my finances. Oh, but man, I don't want to work harder because work hard is paying, right? Nobody wants to work harder. There's a lot of pressure around this word. So those beliefs are not helping you. Those beliefs are actually working against you in your quest of generating abundance. You need to really make it as simple as possible for you to generate money. Yeah, and if you harbor any beliefs that are making it very difficult for you to make money, it's going to be very difficult for you to generate money. Why? Because in psychology, we want to remain consistent with the identity that we have, with our ideas, with who we think we are. And that's our self-image. Yeah? You cannot outperform your self-image. If you think you're only worth a certain amount a year, that's a certain amount that you're going to make every single year. It's just like setting an AC to 25 degrees. It will keep the room at 25 degrees. So you need to first start going into creating some awareness about what do I believe about money. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it true? Is it wrong? And create some new empowering belief that makes it easier for you. Okay, so answering some of those questions about what do money mean and really challenging this belief will be the first key. Realize that it's only a perspective. Realize that money is only an energy. It is neither good nor bad. It's what you do about it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's really amazing when you buy food. Money is really amazing when you can feed yourself, pay your rent, buy water, and buy all those essential supplies. Yeah. And if you feel like money is not the most important thing in the world, or it's okay, you know that we all have all this way of rationalizing that it's okay not having money because I can enjoy better things. There is no nobility in poverty. And I'm not saying that, like this as a bad thing or whatever, but there's no nobility in poverty. There's no nobility in being rich either. It just makes your life, it gives you the ability to enjoy a higher quality of life. And right now, go and ask all those people who don't even have money to afford for food or for water or for essential supply if they think that money is not important. Money is extremely important in our society. And that's just the truth. It is just the way it is, okay? And we have to work with that. And we have to embrace that it can create a higher quality of life for us. And by you having more money, you can actually help more people. It's very difficult to help people when you don't have anything to give. It's so much easier to generate, to give, to spend money, to appreciate things that you can buy when you have money. So by you growing richer, more abundant, to whatever level you want, you can actually contribute to help so many more people improve their life. Okay? So that was the first thing. Here's the second thing, and that is the root of I don't have enough. Those fears of like being afraid of spending money, being afraid of not having enough, telling yourself things are expensive, I can't afford it, I need to compete, I need to work harder, I need to hustle more. All that negative thoughts that we have, all that stress, all that guilt about spending money. That's the buyer remorse. You spend money on something and then you feel like, oh my God, I should not have spent that money. I should have saved that money. Okay? It's only creating more lack, because when you constrict and you block the flow of energy, and you have this mentality where I gain some amount of money and I should hold on to it because there's not enough. I don't know if there's more coming up. What if not more money are coming? So you feel like you constrict the flow of money by keeping it all in for you. But money is an energy. It needs to move freely. It needs to circulate. That's why they said the more you give, the more you receive. Because what you give is what you get. If you give, constriction and not enoughness and lack and I don't have enough and oh my God, I cannot pay my bill and oh my God, I cannot afford this, and you let that loop create so much stress and fear and anxiety in you, you're going to invite more experiences to confirm the thoughts that you have and the feeling that you have. Realize that you cannot feel poor and be abundant. It is two opposite energies. You cannot feel like a failure and be successful. You cannot be spending money and feeling like, oh my God, should I do it, should I not doing, or feeling like I cannot give to anybody and expect to receive freely. Or it even goes, this goes, guys, beyond money, right? Okay, but I focus on money here because I want to narrow it down and stay focused on this short amount of time that we have. But there's so many people, you give them a compliment, and what they do is, it's not, like, let's say like they get a haircut or something, right? Or where they wear something nice, or they lost some weight or whatever. You pay them a genuine compliment, and what they do, they tell you, it's okay, like it just, I went to the hairdresser, it's nothing. They play it down. It's almost like they're refusing the compliment you gave them. And that comes a lot from, again, your self-image, how much deserving you feel you receive, how you see yourself, how worthy you see yourself. If you feel like you have no value to give, no value to contribute, it's exactly what you're going to continue to create in your life. Okay? So how do you break out of this? How do you break out of this? Especially, this can be especially tricky if right now you really are in a tight financial situation. Because if everything around you is reminding you that you don't have money, and your bank account is showing you that it's close to zero or in the red, it can be very difficult to make the shift. But as long as you don't make the shift, you will continue to create the same experience. If you want more, you need to become more. That's the prerequisite. And the first step is gratitude. Okay, this is the antidote to lack. Gratitude is the polar opposite of lack and not enoughness. You need to start appreciating everything that you already have. You need to start looking for abundance. You need to start looking for, if you have food, if you have water, if you have a roof, if you have a bed, if you have internet, if you have this phone where you can see me and see this message, you need to be truly grateful for what you already have. Realize that you cannot be grateful and afraid at the same time. And when you're in a state of gratitude, you're in a state of ultimate receivingship. It's a very different energy. Your thoughts are different, your energy is different, you start to see opportunity differently, and you start to attract more things to be grateful for. But realize that you cannot just do that 2 minutes a day and spend the rest 23 hours a day in lack and thinking negatively. And this is not about denial either. Be okay with where you are, accept where you are, but work on changing it, work on a solution. There's no need to remind yourself 100 times a day that you don't have enough. Rather, focus your attention of enoughness and abundance all around you. Start to look at everything that's so abundant around you. Start to look at people and opportunities and start to seek those things that you want. And this will start to detox your mind. It will start to detox your attitude. Okay? Another thing that I did back then, it was very interesting actually. I wrote a letter to money just like it was a friend. Realize that if you have a tendency of criticizing money, of thinking there's not enough money, or having a tough relationship with money, make an honest letter as if money is a person. And on that, write down exactly how you feel about that person. How you feel like there's not enough, how you feel like it's never coming, how you feel like it's evading you, escaping you, and write down all your fears around it, how it makes you feel unsafe, and how it makes you feel angry, and how it makes you feel like, I don't know how it makes you feel, but think about it, be honest with it, okay? And at the end of that letter, write down how you want that relationship to be like in regard to money, okay? That you want it to be there always in abundance, plenty, more than enough, that you can pay your bill in abundance. Write down exactly what you want. This may sound stupid and crazy and blah blah and out there, but I guarantee you that if you don't know what you want and you're stuck on what you don't want, you will continue to get what you don't want, because your mind is like a GPS. If you keep inputting, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't have this, I don't have that, you're going to create more of that. You're going to see this more. And there's something in your brain called RAS, Reticular Activating System, that basically show you what you focus on. That's the only job, is to show you what you focus on. And if you always focus on lack, it's always going to show you lack. That's why I'm telling you, you need to focus on gratitude and everything that's working for you. And then it's going to show you more of those things. And then your thoughts are going to change. Your emotion is going to change. Your action and the idea that come to you will going to change. And then the action and the result you take, the opportunity you see, the opportunity that come in your life will start to change. And then you need to seize those opportunities. and then things will start to unfold. Okay? So that is the second thing. Replace those thoughts of I don't have enough, oh my God, I'm spending money, and here's the thing. If you spend money and you feel like tense and you ask yourself, should I do it? Should I not do it? Is it okay? Is it too expensive? Here's what you can do. Every time you spend money, say thank you. Even if you buy a coffee or food or a magazine, or I don't know what you're buying, or pay a bill, say thank you when you pay the bill. Appreciate and say thank you that I have the money to spend this, to appreciate this, to have this, to buy this. Money can be a powerful tool to show your appreciation for people and things that you can buy in your life. So instead of harvesting thoughts of I don't have enough, oh my God, should I spend that money, and feeling guilty about it or stressed out, give thanks to it. And that will also shift your mentality and your mindset. All right, try it out, guys. Say thanks and be grateful for it. And the third one, this one was huge. It was huge for me. And that is, how do you see rich and successful people? People who succeed. Let's say you see somebody on social media, they bought a new house, or they got promoted, or something good is happening to them, something that you would like. Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel genuinely happy for them and be like, wow, man, well done, congratulations, it's pretty amazing? Or do you feel like, fuck, man, why is this happening to them? Why I can't have it? I'm sure it's like, it's not even real, it's fake, or whatever. If you start to harbor resentment, envy, jealousy toward people who get nice things or success or any form of accomplishment, you need to break that pattern. You need to break it as soon as possible. This is highly toxic. It has no benefits, and it's only blocking you in your creativity. It's creating resentment in you, and there's zero benefits in being jealous and envious and resentful of other people's successes. Yeah. And I can tell you that from personal experiences. About 2 years ago, I used to struggle when I saw either competitors or people who were more successful than me. I used to feel extremely jealous and envious of them. And almost like it would almost sometimes turn into dislike. Today, when I see somebody like creating something or writing a book or signing clients or buying something or whatever, I make a genuine effort of being like, wow, congratulations, man. Either writing a comment or just telling to myself or pressing like or pressing love, and just making sure I empower people with my thoughts. I congratulate them. Why is this so important? Remember the golden rule. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. How you treat others is how you treat yourself. Whenever you harbor jealousy, angry, or resentment toward people's successes or toward people's achievement, what you're really saying is, I don't want this in my experience. I don't have it and I don't want it because of that energy that it carries. You will never be successful by, pulling people down, by feeling like I need to compete, I need to be better. Only insecure people in their own skin feel like they have something to prove. And if you have those things, I highly recommend you guys to check on your self-image, to check on your self-esteem, and check out why you feel so insecure, why you feel so inferior if people have more things than you. Okay? And I mean, self-image is huge, and I don't have the time here to talk about it because it's a big topic, but I've made video about it. Check it out, check my page. I have an online course coming up about this because it's so huge. Realize that you will never outperform your self-image until you shift it. If you feel yourself unworthy of certain things, you will never get them. You will only continue to get what you feel you are worthy of receiving. So when you see people on social media, or in your company, on your job, or whatever, and you feel like highly like envious, jealous of them, break it, stop it. Realize that there's nothing outside of you that has any bearings on who you are and what you're worth, and you have nothing to prove. There can be unlimited amount of people of successful out there, and there's nothing that it means against you. Okay? This is so important, guys. Like when I started shifting this and I started praising people and being happy for them, genuinely happy for them for their successes, everything started to change. I felt less stressed out. I felt less in competition. My results started to change. I felt happier, and my self-image completely changed. Okay? So realize that when you treat people how you want to be treated, you invite so much more to come into your life. It's good not only for your finances and your abundance, but it's also good for your self-esteem and your peace of mind. Okay? So that is the third thing. Celebrate other people's successes, achievement, like it was your own. Okay? Be happy for them. Realize that, guys, we are all one. Everything in this universe is connected. Okay? Everything is entangled. And when you criticize something, whether you criticize money, whether you criticize another person, you are criticizing yourself. And you are pushing the experience away from you. So if you're criticizing rich people for having money and making money and what they do with their money, you are pushing that experience of having money and being rich away from you. You're saying, I don't want this because this is bad. But when you realize that it's good and you're grateful for them and you're appreciative and you realize that it has nothing to do with you, what other people have or don't have, not only your life becomes easier, but you start to invite so much more blessings into your life. Okay? Whew. So those are my 3 practices, guys. I went a little bit longer, but I think it's so valuable. You really need to listen to this again, okay? And start applying it. Realize that nothing will change as long as you start to change, as long as you start to apply this into your own life.